What is going on, my Shadow Priest people? How are you all doing? Hope you're having a good day. We're going to talk about the Shadow Priest build that I mentioned a few days ago, which really focuses on Idol of Yasarj, Yasarji. So I don't know. I'm just going to keep butchering it. So I a couple days ago I did a video just on Idol of Yasharaj, and talking about how it's interesting, how things like maybe the feared mechanic where you get 15% more damage might actually be relevant, which it's just an interesting idea, but also that you can get the extension on Mindbender, the 5-second extension if no state exists. The no state existing thing means that the enemy has to be below 80% of their maximum health. We talked about all that in the other video. What I want to talk about today is how does this work with the rest of the build? What does the entire build look like? This is a level 70 build, just so you guys know, and I will link it to you in the video description down below. Okay, here's what this build does. This entire build is here to prop up Mindbender. This is the Mindbender build. Okay, it is here to prop it up, and let me explain why. First of all, you're going to take Idol of Yasharaj, and you're going to try and get the 5-second extension on Mindbender. If you can't get the 5-second extension, just get the fear. Go fear something, and then summon Mindbender. If you can't get the fear, just summon your Mindbender, and you and your Mindbender will do 5% more damage. Very, very simple, okay? You don't have to... This is where the min-maxing of the build can take place, okay? So this is where you can really start to get really great at Shadow Priest, and this is part of that min-maxing. Either you get the 5-second extension, or you get the 15% more damage because of a fear. If you're getting one of those two options, you're golden. If you're only getting the 5% more damage from you and your Mindbender, that's still good, but the min-maxing can really... You can get better here, okay? That's step number one. Step number two is what we're doing with, getting resets from Death Speaker, being able to cast Shadow Word Death more, and Mind Blast. Why are those good? Because they are giving us Inescapable Torment procs. A lot of your damage is going to come from your Mindbender getting Inescapable Torment procs. And again, you want to be focusing on Mind Blast and Shadow Word Death because they are going to extend your Mindbender. And every single time you cast Mindbender, it's a 1-minute cooldown, you're also going to cast Dark Ascension. This is a Dark Ascension build. So these are the two 1-minute cooldowns that we pair together. You get 30 Insanity and you do 25% more damage. Guess which spells benefit from this 25% more damage? Number one, Mind Blast, Shadow Word Death, okay? Shadow Crash. It's just any spell that's not a dot spell. Mind Blast, Shadow Word Death, Shadow Crash, Mindbender Slashes from Inescapable Torment. Those benefit from the 25% damage amp as well. Shadowy Apparitions are not dots. They are instant damages. They float towards the enemy and do instant damage. They get extra damage from 25% Dark Ascension. Your Mind Games gets a lot of damage. This thing does a buttload of damage. So it does 25% more than 20,000, which is going to be another 5,000, right? Yeah, another 5,000 damage right there. Plus whatever the reversal is going to be. And then your Mind Spike. When you ever get your Mind Spike procs from Surge of Darkness, they do just as much damage as a Mind Blast does, and they will also benefit from the Dark Ascension. So this is how the build works. You want to start off by popping, I would start off by getting your dots rolling potentially. But if you're in an AoE pack, you want to start with Dark Ascension into Mindbender into Shadow Crash, okay? Or you can go Dark Ascension, Shadow Crash, Mindbender, whatever you want to do. Something in that order. Then you want to start with your Mind Blasts and your Shadow Word Deaths. They're going to make your Mindbender cleave because of Inescapable Torment, right? You're just kind of funneling that single target damage in there. And again, your Mind Blast is going to cleave a Psychic Link. Your Shadow Word Death is going to cleave because of Pain and Death. So it's all cleaving, okay? You might get resets because of Death Speaker. If you get a reset on Shadow Word Death because of Death Speaker, press that puppy again to get another Inescapable Torment proc, okay? This is what you're doing. If you get a Mind Spike proc, press it. But basically, in your Dark Ascension window, you want to use all the abilities we talked about. Mind Blast, Shadow Word Death, Shadow Crash, Shadowy Apparitions. You're going to get those flying enemy. Of course, Mind Games, Mind Spike if it procs, okay? If you do all that, you will get an outrageous amount of damage. So you basically, this entire build is a 1-minute cooldown build, which for Mythic Plus is fantastic. That's almost going to be pack to pack to pack, basically. You're getting the 1-minute Dark Ascension paired with the 1-minute Mindbender, and you're doing a lot of damage. But let me show you really quickly. We're going to start with Dark Ascension into Mindbender, into Shadow Crash. I'm going to press Power Infusion at the same time. Dark Ascension, Mindbender, Power Infusion, Shadow Crash. Now we're going. Single target damage, Shadow or Death. I got a proc on my Mind Seer. I'm going to press it. Now I have full Insanity. I'm going to press Mind Seer again. Okay, back to my single target stuff. I'm going to get Mind Games in there. I got a proc on Mind Spike. We're going to press it. Okay, we fill with Mind Flay if we really have nothing else to do. But you will. We still have Dark Ascension up. Our Mindbender is gone now, so we did as many procs as we could. Okay. And there you go. You can see our damage is pretty insane right now. This is only on 5 targets. This would be even better. Shadow Crash is back. We got a free Mind Seer proc. We're always going to press that. Okay. Now we're waiting for Mindbender and Dark Ascension to come back. I'm going to give you one more rotation on that. Okay. Probably just shouldn't even have Divine Star, to be honest. In a realistic dungeon, it'll perform better, but okay. Mindbender's coming back, so we're not going to press Mind Blast. We're going to let it recharge. Okay, we're going to let Shadow or Death recharge as well. Here we go. We're going to go Dark Ascension into Mindbender, into that free Shadow or Death that we got, into Mind Blasts. Okay, we got a free Mind Seer proc. We got a Shadow or Death proc. We're going to press that. Always press your Shadow or Death proc if you get it. Get these back out again. Okay, we got 2 Mind Blasts in a row. Let's get those to extend our dude. Shadow or Death proc, extend our dude. There we go. So that's how it kind of looks, guys. You can see the damage fell off a bit because I think I let my dots fall off like an idiot. But Mind Seer is going to be really huge. If you're getting all those free procs on Mind Seer, it's always going to be your top damage. But look at Inescapable Torment. Look at this puppy. This is insane. Our Shadow or Death cleave was 5.5%. The Mindbender did 13%. Plus his auto attacks, about 15% of our damage was just from Mindbender. Okay, and that's because we're proccing him over and over and over again. And again, guys, you can get better Mindbender windows. I can't get the HP of those guys to come down, but you could get the extra 5-second duration from Idol of Yusraj, or you could get the feared one, the 15% more damage to make that window even crazier. So that's kind of how this looks, okay? This is what the rotation is going to look like. Let me jump into some footage here. And let me just show you what it looks like in a real scenario. Let's get into that. Let me turn this on. So this is kind of an opener on, I don't know if there's any sound here. I don't think there is. This is an opener for Algothar Academy. I actually ran, I think this is just a heroic, I think, because I'd done all my flat mythics this week already. So unfortunately, that's just the way it is. But I blew my cooldowns on the last pack. So this is going to be kind of like a pack where I don't have as much damage, right? Because I don't have Mindbender and I don't have my Dark Ascension. Now, we're still getting lots of damage from Mind Seer. It's such an MVP, guys. You need to take Mind Devourer in the talent tree, or else you're not going to get those free procs. You'll be very, very sad. In a real Mythic Plus dungeon, the mobs are going to last a lot longer. Okay, they're going to last a lot longer. So, likely by the time I got to this next pack, I would have Mindbender and Ascension back. Now they're just coming off cooldown. I'm not sure if I press them. I don't think I do, because I should save them for the next pack. So we're saving it. Here comes the next pack. This is a big juicy one, actually. Tank pulls everything here, which is ideal for us. I think I get a couple of vampiric touches out here, and then we go Hog Wild. Dark Ascension. Mindbender's out. I get a proc on Shadow or Death. I press it right away. Okay, here we go. There goes my Shadow Crash. Look at my damage, 63k. I get fallen asleep because of the stupid sleep mechanic here. Then I get out. My Shadow or Death procced again. Now I'm doing Mind Blasts to get my procs. Look, we're doing 80k right now. 83, 90k right now. 90k, guys. We're not even into season 1 yet with the tier set bonus and all the other stuff. And we're doing 90k here. It's fine. This damage is really solid here with this build. I got a free Mind Seer. I got a Shadow or Death proc. I got another Shadow or Death proc. Remember, you can also min-max Shadow or Death by casting it on enemies that have less than 20% of their maximum health. It will refresh because of the Death and Madness talent on the class tree. If you don't kill the enemy with that Shadow or Death, which you likely won't in like Mythic Plus, then it'll refresh your Shadow or Death, which is really cool. The single target damage on this is still not fantastic. I do have my cooldowns rolling right now, so let's see how it goes. I'm trying to use my Devouring Plague. We're getting up there. I'm trying to proc my Mindbender to keep him going. I actually got the Mindbender spawn when he was below 80% health, so we got the extra 5-second duration, which is really going to help me here. Now I have Power Infusion. I can just pop off here, really get going like crazy if I want to. Get the Mind Spike, Mind Blast, try to extend my Mindbender. So the damage isn't terrible. It's not horrific, actually. And again, you're likely going to always be able to have your combo ready to go, which is Dark Ascension plus Mindbender. You'll always have that up for like every pack and every boss, like very likely. Okay? We do almost about 24k there. Move forward. Okay, I have my cooldowns back again. Look at this. They're coming off cooldown right now. Dark Ascension, Mindbender, they're back. You just get it on every pack, guys. It's ridiculous. Dark Ascension goes. Try to always press Dark Ascension before Shadow Crash. Shadow Crash does an enormous amount of upfront damage, so don't waste that. Try to always press your Shadow Crash. I mean, try to press everything after Dark Ascension. Just get your Dark Ascension off first, because then all your other hard-hitting abilities will do extra damage. I forgot to mention Psychic Link. The damage from Psychic Link is also benefiting from your wings, from Dark Ascension, because it's not dot damage, it's instant damage. So Psychic Link also does more damage. It's outrageous, guys. Everything does more damage. Here's another big pack here. We don't have our cooldown up, so we should do significantly less damage here. We're still cleaving everything. Our mind spikes are cleaving. I'm healing everybody here, actually, with Vampiric Embrace, which is super cool. Trying to get as much damage out as I can. This is where we're falling behind here. But I do get a Mind Seer off. Once you get those Mind Seers off, man, it's just gravy. It's just absolute gravy. We're hitting around 40k. It's not I didn't play this super well. There's always room for improvement, right? But if you don't have your 1 minute cooldowns, for sure you're gonna feel a bit of a struggle there. It's just the way it is. I mean, this is the build. So I have Vampiric Touch into Dark Ascension, into Mindbender. Okay. We have Power Infusion rolling. Get all my single target damage going. Try to spread out your Devouring Plagues. In my opinion, try to get, because you're not going to have full insanity all the time. Try to make it so that your Devouring Plague is always on the enemy. We're doing almost 40k single target here, by the way. Pretty nuts if you have all your cooldowns rolling. 86k Shadow Word Death right there. 86k. But the reason on single target is you want to keep Devouring Plague up because of your mastery, right? It makes everything do more damage. The more dots you have, the more Vampiric Touch, Shadow Word Pain, and Devouring Plague you have on the enemies, the more damage you're going to do. So try to always keep that up if you can. Okay, we're going to skip through this. I have my cooldowns. I popped them there in that middle pack, hoping that I would have the cooldowns back for the boss fight. Lo and behold, I have them back now. Here we go. We're going to do the next boss fight. This is Croth. I actually don't think I care to stick around. We're doing 32k single target. This is pretty good, right? Not bad at all. Because we have our cooldowns, because we started with the fight with our cooldowns, you can see how much better it is. I'm trying to maintain my Devouring Plague. I think the upfront damage of Devouring Plague might also benefit from Dark Ascension. And then there's also a dot portion of Devouring Plague, of course, but I think that I can't remember. But anyway, our damage goes down a little bit here, and then it goes back up to 30k. We almost sustained 30k. It comes back down by the end there. Here's the next big pack here. Pulls a fairly big pack here. We have cooldowns rolling. There's Dark Ascension into Mindbender. Did I forget to spawn Mindbender? I think I did. Very sad. I forgot to spawn my Mindbender here. Yikes. So this is where you can mess up. I popped Dark Ascension, and then I think I hit Power Infusion, and for some reason, the GCD that it was using to pop Dark Ascension was still, it messed me up. So I kind of messed it up. So this is what you don't want to do. You can see my cooldowns are desynced now. If we keep going, now I have 20 seconds on Mindbender, and my Dark Ascension has come back. So very bad. I'm not sure if I pop it here. If I make the cardinal sin, I should not use Dark Ascension here. Please tell me I didn't use it. I don't think I do. There we go. So I think I could pop it here if I wanted to. Yeah, he's going to pull more. Dark Ascension into Mindbender. I'm going right now. We're going. Remember, Mind Games does tons of damage when you have Dark Ascension going. Here we go. Big Shadow Crash into a huge Mind Seer. My damage will spike back up here. And then we're proccing our Mindbender. He's about to fall off, but we got all of our damage off basically while he was up. That's all you need to do. And there you go. That's kind of how you finish it out. So that's basically all I wanted to show you. I'm going to skip ahead here. You guys don't need to see the rest of it. You guys have seen me do this dungeon a million times on beta, but let me just summarize really quick this build for Shadow Priest. So really, really excited about this build. Oops, sorry. I think that, the big takeaways are that the 1 minute cooldown combo of Dark Ascension plus Mindbender makes this really all about Mindbender. Your damage is getting shoved all into Mindbender. And I mean, it's buffing almost all your other damage as well. The only thing it's not really buffing is Devouring Plague dot, Shadow Word Pain dot, Vampiric Touch dot. That's it. Everything else gets buffed. So this is a really fun build. I actually love this a lot, and I like the Idol of Yasar Yeshiraj inclusion. I like the ability to maybe min-max my build there, get the extra fear damage, get the extra 5-second duration. If you guys can learn how to do that, if I can learn how to do that, this build gets even better. It has that kind of scaling built in. But I just love how everything synergizes together. Everything is cleaving off of everything else. Psychic Link damage, Shadow Crash damage. My Auspicious Spirits are buffing my little Spiritudes that are flying in. So I've really enjoyed this build. I think it works really well together. I think it's going to be a strong Mythic Plus Contender build. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about the Mindbender build. And, of course, thank you so much again for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.